Hey campers, I want to welcome you to day 2 of oil camp. Yesterday was kind of an admin day where we just welcomed you, gave you some information, and told you a little bit about what to expect from us. Today we are going to dive right into the oils. And so one of the first oils we're going to learn about is peppermint. I love peppermint. I love the smell of it. You can diffuse it. One of the things I like to diffuse it with is actually I do peppermint and I do wild orange together, and it just, in the diffuser, it smells amazing. So aromatically, the best way to use it is to put 1 drop in your hand. I do a lot of events, and so when I'm at my events, when I greet people at the door, I always put 1 drop of peppermint and 1 drop of wild orange. And then you rub those together, and then you're just gonna breathe them in, but it'll help with that respiratory system, kind of opens you up. The peppermint's going to open up your airways, and then wild orange is that joyful oil, so it really makes people happy. I mean, really, people can't smell this and not be happy. So if you have some people coming over that maybe are crabby, make sure get your wild orange and your peppermint and have them breathe it in really good. Also, I like to take it, I have a lot of hair, and so I will take my wild orange and my peppermint and I just kind of rub it through my hair like this. And then throughout the day, I always can kind of smell my hair. And people also, they smell my hair. They'll be like, what's that smell? You know, I smell something. And it's usually me, it's my hair. So that's another way to use it aromatically that I really, really like. One of the things I like to tell people is when you put peppermint on your hands, don't put it near your eyes because it will, it'll light your eyes up a little bit. The next thing we want to talk about is using peppermint topically. I use it topically. I will take just a little bit like that, do the same thing with some lavender. I rub that together, and if I have a tension in my head, I can rub it in here in my temples, and it'll help with that, or if it's up in here. One of my friends, Sean, hopefully he'll pop on here later, and maybe he'll comment and tell you how he uses the peppermint, because I know that he gets a lot of tension in his head, and so he uses the peppermint a lot. It's one of those oils he never runs out of. Also, topically on your temples, you can do it that way. You can put it in a bottle and spray it, just mix it with water. Spray it if you have an athlete or a child that gets hot whenever they play sports. You just spray it on the back of their neck, and it's a cool oil that way. So a lot of people will take it and they really get chilly whenever they use it. And then internally, couple of different ways you can use it is you can just put it in, you know, get a cup of your hot chocolate or your tea, and you can just put a drop of peppermint in that hot chocolate or tea. Makes it pepperminty, really kind of gives it some good flavor. Or I've made brownies and I've put it in my brownies. I've taken white chocolate that you get, you know, to make wedding things. That white chocolate, you melt it in a double boiler, and I use the white one, and then, or the red, and then I'll get candy canes, crush them up really good, and then I add a little bit of peppermint to it, and I make my own peppermint bark. So during the Christmas time, that's a really good thing to make also. And then also, internally, doTERRA has been so nice to make us these peppermint beadlets. There's going to be another second video that my mom made for us, because my mom loves the peppermint, but she also uses the Breathe essential oil, and that is our respiratory blend. And so it really helps if you have those issues with your respiratory system. My mom's going to tell you all about that, but she'll also tell you about the first time I sent her some peppermint beadlets. You're just going to drop one of these in your hand, and I want you to see how little it is. It's just teeny, teeny. And then you pop that in your mouth. And I would say you just kind of roll it around and get it soft and pop it. I didn't expect it to pop. I usually try to pop it up on the roof of my mouth. But when you do that, if you have some congestion or something, if you breathe that in, it will truly open up your airways. Opens up your nose. I mean, it's just great. Sorry, got to get the plastic out. But, if you know anybody that has, you know, bad breath, I always keep these in my purse, and I will give them one and say, oh, you got to try one of my peppermint beadlets. And they'll take it, and it's always, the first time you do it, it's really kind of a little bit of a shock, which you'll learn that from my mom, but it's really great. And I'm going to have the freshest breath for the rest of the day is what I'm going to have. But again, peppermint, use it aromatically. Inhale it, put it in your diffuser, put it in your hair, put it on your scarf, wherever. And then topically, put it on your temples here. If you got a baby, put it on the, dilute it with some fractionated coconut oil and put it on the bottom of their feet. If they have a fever, it'll help to bring that fever down. So I think that's it for peppermint today, for me anyway. Of course, you're going to hear from some other people and you're going to watch some more videos. But this is day 2. We're so glad you're here. We still have quite a ways to go. So anyway, I'm having a great time. I hope you're having a great time, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, the next day. I'm not sure when I'm up again. Anyway, thanks a lot.